Still would say that the early game is not that great for Statix, and the first 15 and 20 minutes would be pretty hard for them to survive.
Radiant team ban.
It requires a pretty safe game from them. If GeeGee grabs a hardliner that would like to join them as roaming in the early game, that would be a pretty sweet setup for them.
5 seconds remaining.
Wouldn't be able to bring up any in mind right now, but maybe a Batch Rider even though, just to bring this focus on the Terrorblade. Undying, another weird, I would say, ban here. Not that of a popular hero right now. However, I haven't seen many games in the new patch. Maybe that would change the preferences
Radiant
of teams
team pick.
heavily. Tidehunter. Well, I wouldn't see Tidehunter as a very good pick here for the GeeGee Cafe. Basically, because Silencer destroys everything that hero can do in the middle game, especially if Silencer grabs a refresher or from Roshan, let's say. That's gonna be -1 hero, and he's very dependent on his cooldown reductions. I mean, that slows the early aggression that GeeGee Cafe would be able to pull out in the early game, and this is why they seem stronger right now for me. So I would dub the ban of Tidehunter, but let's see. Maybe I was wrong. Once again, for those who just joined us, it's the Battle of Cafes Dota 2 tournament in United Arab Emirates, brought by the Gamers Hub of the Middle East and sponsored by Dell Gaming, co-sponsored by HackerX, AOC, Tagos and Whoopi. Big thanks for them. And we're being hosted by the GeeGee Computer Club in Abu Dhabi. Very sweet place, very sweet settings. Elder Titan. Well, that brings the early game a bit better for Statix. I mean, this brings the roam, this brings the control that they will need, and the Necrophos.
Select your heroes.
Let's see how Necrophos would stay against the line of Terrorblade, Silencer, and Elder. If he can survive the early pressure, especially from the sleeps of Elder, should be fine. However, it will mostly depend whether Elder will be roaming a lot in the early game or not. Just a few minutes to jump into the first game. Share the Twitch link to all of your friends. Let's make the scene bigger. Share it to all of the people who are playing in any computer clubs. Suggest them to speak with the owners, with the managers of the computer clubs. Maybe they cooperate, create some teams for Dota 2 or any other type of the game. Maybe other tournaments for League of Legends or Counter-Strike will come up very soon, and we'll require these teams from computer clubs to join us. I mean, most of the regions, they've prospered through the computer clubs. Even the famous team TNC from the Philippines, they are from a very big computer club, and I mean, the support from computer clubs is very required by the scene to grow. And this is something that we see almost every single tournament, these tactical pauses from the beginning. Just, I hope this is not having anything to do with the technical issues. So for the team, yeah, exactly. That's what I was. So for the team Dire, we have Doobie playing the Earth Spirit. We have Jet on Necrophos, Ray Lucky Burat playing Juggernaut, Buto on the Disruptor, and O2 as Shadowfiend. Please excuse me for any mispronunciations of the nicknames. This is first time I'm familiar with these teams. However, for the team Radiant, if I just can see the nicknames, Kerensky playing on Silencer, Dahril for the Elder Titan, Jhin on Terrorblade, Alliance on Outworld Devourer, and BXB for the Outworld Devourer, and Alliance for the Underlord. Once again, expecting a very good early game pressure from the team Radiant, from the team Dire, sorry. So it's Statix for the Radiant and GeeGee for the Dire. Am I correct? Yes, I suppose so. Aren't expecting any early game clashes, especially in the first 3 minutes. Also, if we can pull out the last hits and denies for the game stats, thanks. How brutal this walk. You know the McGregor walk? Kind of similar to the Shadow Fins. Please also let us know in the Twitch chat whether the outside noise of the computer club is very high or not. And another pause. Yay! Good luck and fun coming out from both teams. And I'm not really sure, but have these teams faced each other previously in any time of the... No, it's going to be the first time they meet each other in this tournament. No any priorities yet given. However, let's wish the best luck for all of them. We cheer for the good daughter. I think we should also tell them on a later stage for no trash talk at the beginning of the game. Just not spamming into the old chat. The last tournament I was casting, the pauses took the most period, even longer than the games themselves took. Which is pretty terrifying for the caster, I would say. Also for you, the viewers. Let's hope that this is not going to be the case on this tournament. And we see an early smoke coming from the GeeGee cafe. Maybe any whites in the enemy's jungle are going to be pulled out. Might even meet Elder Titan, though he plays it safe. And reveal this smoke partly, so they already know that there is a possibility of enemy wards in their jungle. So we see a pretty failed smoke at the early stage. However, they're still waiting for the Underlord to show up. But he plays it safe because his teammates know that there are some enemies in their jungle.
The battle begins.
See any contestants, 2-2 for both sides. So it's going to be a double line for Silencer and Terrorblade, okay. And the Elder is going to be constantly harassing the mid lane, and we see already an early rollout of the Earth Spirit, though it doesn't hit the spot. No pressure yet. Also, I don't believe that such a strong denial of experience from Shadow Fiend in the early stages would be a good idea. However, let's see how that goes on. And we see a swap of lines here. Juggernaut and Disruptor going to stand against Terrorblade, and we see that that might work very well. They might give the needed pressure in the early game, and the Earth Spirit holds in the early. Just the first minute, but already a lot of pressure on Terrorblade, and we see that he cannot do anything on this lane. That might be the first blood brought out by the GeeGee, and Silencer cannot pull out anything here. He doesn't have the needed CC. The Silence on its own doesn't do anything. We see a lot of damage coming out on the early minutes from Juggernaut. And that's what I told the GeeGee. They have a very superior standing in the first minutes of this game, and it's going to be very hard to pull out for the Statix team. Also, I'm pretty sure that Necropus would feel himself very safe on the top line, standing one-on-one against their Underlord. And we see how Elder Titan instantly comes to the bot line. Just to not let it happen the same way. Disruptor doesn't play it very safe, would be left on the very low HP. Will the damage be enough to kill him in the first minute? Yeah, that's already 1-1. Nice pickup. Good answer here, but still favor. And
I'll take that.
is it going to be a kill on the Underlord? And simply what I said just 30 seconds ago, Necrophos is going to feel himself just brilliantly on the top lane. Underlord cannot do anything for him in the first 5 or 6 minutes, even once the ultimates come in. Just once Necrophos hits the level 6, Underlord cannot do anything to sustain on the line on himself. They would require probably an Elder Titan to rotate to the top lane, at the same time that would weaken their bot lane. Where's Earth Spirit though? Okay, on the bot lane. Just where Disruptor is. Trying to do some stacks, but I'm not sure who will be able to take them in the early stages. Elder Titan, she's just pulling out so much damage from his ghost. Also seeing a slight dominance on the mid lane for the Shadow Fiend. Feels himself very good. 15 to 11 on World's Devour. Also, OD doesn't have any denies. Also surprised that though Necrophos got his dominance in the top lane, also got a kill, but still cannot lead it out in the minions. Equals 7 to 7.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Please. Q. Yeah. Thanks.
An ill wind carries me.
And some pressure is going on the bot lane. Elder Titan is down. Silencer also would not be able to go anywhere. However, we see the OD just grabbing out from the mid lane, coming to help out his teammates. Doesn't get anything though. Just a free lane for Shadow Fiend. And that's not going to work out well. I think he's going to be very depressed by this. It's already 3-1 leading for the GeeGee. These rotations do not work out well for the Statix team. OD just lost a lot of time on his rotation. Actually didn't even change anything. Elder Titan tries to pull out a gank on the mid lane, though I don't see how this anyhow affects the Shadow Fiend. He hits already level 6, almost got able to kill OD. Terrorblade is also down. Some more action on the bot lane. Silencer isn't going anywhere here. That's going to be a double kill. And a very strong lead. 5-1 for GeeGee eSports.
Missing bottom.
Also we see that OD cannot do anything on the mid lane. He lost a lot of time. He lost a lot of creeps. He loses a lot in experience in comparison to the SF.
What have we here?
Very strong pressure, already 2k gold lead for GeeGee team. And as I discussed in the early game, there is very low amount of control and early game pressure for the Statix team. If I just can get the vision of both teams, not only the Radiant.
Enough.
No, that closed the vision of the Radiant team. Earth Spirit most probably not going to. Oh, himself much. Very strong lead. I mean, Shadowfiend is already doubling the amount of creep set in comparison to Battle. And Elder Titan doesn't help much. What is going on with my Statix? Necrophos just hit his level 8 already, and Underworld is yet level 5 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he didn't even reach his level 6. Doesn't get anything from his top lane. It was a very bad idea for them to leave Underlord alone against Necrophos. Say that once they've seen the rotation of the swap of the lines from the GeeGee cafe, they had to instantly respond to it and swap their lines immediately, otherwise that doesn't work out. Already 3k gold in the lead.
I was meant to have this.
I'll take that as tribute.
They'll never see this coming.
Let's just play it from the perspective of when Earth Spirit's down. However, Silencer is not going to go anywhere, and Terrorblade is also in some trouble. So Juggernaut is going to be able to survive this. Metamorphose is going to go down soon. Also, Shadowfiend is just grieving the mid lane. He just fights 1 in 2, and most probably will be able to get a double kill here if Elder Titan keeps pressuring him. Level 9 in a comparison to level 3 support, it's just not working well. 4k gold lead on the 9th minute is a very big disbalance, I would say, on such early stages. And Terrorblade is not going to go anywhere. Outward Devour just saved Juggernaut. I mean, if he continues to hit him, still kills him in the end. But still though.
You almost had that
for a
too.
couple of seconds. Some issues with the vision that I have right now. $60 minions in comparison to 28 of OT on the mid
For
lane.
me.
This is just heavily outplayed.
Double damage.
And Terrorblade is having some big issues here, not hitting level 6. However, Silencer already got it. This is a big bunch of experience that is stolen from his own carry. Going to be able to survive it. Last hit. No. Underlord is having very big troubles in the top lane. At the same time, Terrorblade not even hitting the level 6, as I've mentioned previously, drops out. And this is already 5,000 golds in the lead on the 10th minute. I don't see this going anywhere because the early pressure of the GeeGee eSports team is just tremendous. They will be able to continue this in the next 15 minutes, just get to the base, and there's not even any roaming ability for the Statix team to come it back. There's going to be if Shadowfiend grabs a fast BKB, I don't see this working out for Statix. Anyway, even Silencer will be able to save the position. OD just keeps dying in the middle lane, stays alone. Neither Elder Titan nor Silencer are just trying to help him on the mid lane. I don't see the reason under that. Don't think that I'm just harassing one of the teams and cheering for the other side. It's just they see pretty big mistakes. And I hope that the teams do watch their replays after the game and sort out what were the problems.
What have we here?
Goes a good Sunder, swaps the health with Earth Spirit, and that might be a very good turn back. The Necrophos doesn't have his ulti right now. Pretty cheap trade, I would say. And finally we see the swap of the lines on the minute 12, where there is already a 6k gold difference. That's something that should have been done at the early stages of the game. And I guess that is too far in the game. That's going to be too late. I would be happy if Statix proved me wrong, but let's see. Underlord have the same issues that he had on the top lane. He just cannot stay in the lane against anyone. Neither Juggernaut, no Necrophos at this point of time. And we have a disconnection. The internet went down. We're finally back in the game. Sorry, that was a short disconnect from the internet. Sorry for some technical issues here. Nothing changed in the past few minutes. Already 7,000 gold lead for the GeeGee eSports.
Radiant's
and I'm
middle
just
tower
surprised why
is
they
under
don't
attack.
pressure it on the towers.
Radiant
I
structures
mean, they have a
are
really
fortified.
strong gold lead right now. And in this period of time, there's nothing that the Statix team can show them against. Necrophos is going to pick up Underlord. I'm also not sure that Silencer would make it out from this bottom lane safe.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The connecting
Dire
didn't
are
just show
scanning.
him up.
Radiant's bottom
And
tower
there's an
is under
attempt
attack.
to kill Shadow Fiend on his middle lane, but I don't think that anything hurts him at all. If we can pull out the stats for the net worth, yeah, we already see 3 leading figures from the team Dire, and Juggernaut
Radiant's
and Shadow
bottom tower is under attack.
in the same way as Necrophos just grab it out from the opponent's team. Already first tower grabbing out, and it's 14th minute Battle Fury for
Radiant's
Juggernaut.
bottom tower has fallen.
At this point of a time, a Hurricane Pipe. Wait, is it? Right. A Hurricane Pipe already on the Shadow Fiend. A Blink Dagger on Necrophos. Quite surprised with this first item. I think there's already enough initiation from Earth Spirit and Disruptor already for the teams, but maybe a faster Aghanim Scepter would work out better, but up to them. They show that they know what they're doing exactly in this game. A possible gank coming out from Shadow Fiend.
Radiant's
Elder
middle
Titan.
tower is under attack.
Be a
Radiant
very
structures are
turn
fortified.
ultimate right here. What a perfect scenario for him. Just hits everyone from the enemy's
Radiant's
team,
middle
and the
tower
Magnetize
is under
works
attack.
so well.
Radiant's middle tower has
Already
fallen.
-2, and gonna be... Is it going to be a team wipe at this point of time? OT is not
Radiant's
going
middle
anywhere
tower
here.
is under
Underlord
attack.
made it successful to get into the base, but that's it. That's 4 into 1. Trading out only Necrophos for the
Radiant's
side
top
of
tower
Radiance.
is under attack.
Sorry, for the side of Dire's team. 10k gold difference on the 16th minute. The
Radiant's
problem
top
is
tower
that
has fallen.
the main carries of the Statix team, they need a lot of time, and there is no
Radiant's top
space
tower
creation
is
from
under
the
attack.
supports. Also, the lane swap had to happen at the beginning of the game in the first minute when they've seen Juggernaut and Disruptor coming against their lane. They only pulled it out at the end, which we see didn't work out. Now the Radiants realize that the only thing that they can do is just group up and focus 5. However, there is going to be a split push at the same time. Necrophis is already pushing the mid lane. Yeah, they just disengaged. And we see that there is almost double difference in the net worth between the carries. And a butterfly coming soon. Eagle Song is already there. But I would say that Shadow Fiend requires a big AP as soon as possible. Because there is still a lot of dispels, a lot of silence that the enemies defense. Elder Titan is just not making anything here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm not sure what was he doing alone on the front.
What have we here?
And the other problem is that the Statix cannot do anything about this split push right now. Juggernaut can do it out on himself. I mean, Terrorblade is already out of mana. Just a very sad scenario when you're spectating a very slow dying of a patient. Showed the graph of the gold lead for the both teams, I would assume that there is no any drop down from the team of GeeGee. It was just constantly gathering their gold lead. I mean, the pressure that they've done on the bottom lane, Mr. Mentos and the supports couldn't make it go around. Aghanim's capture is almost in 500 gold for Necrophis. And already a dagger, a blink dagger on Juggernaut. So in a few minutes they would be able just to get into the base.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They almost saved him, very nice on there. And OD would maybe be able to give help to his teammate. Terrorblade is not going anywhere from this way. And this is a free bottom tower. Or they could actually even go for the Roshan.
Radiant's top tower is under
Don't
attack.
see any reason why not to do it. And Underlord is just walking on his own. At the same time, Necrophis is doing some good split push. Guess his Blink Dagger, if that silencer stays for a longer time there, that's going to be a very free kill. You see how split GeeGee are playing right now? Very beautiful. They know that they have this big dominance, both in gold and items. And SF is almost done with his butterfly. Into the game with 15k gold lead.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Double the net worth for the mid laner. It's just, everything is so sweet right now for them. I mean, maybe it's the home position that the GeeGee are playing right now in their own computer club. They just cannot lose it.
Radiant's structures are fortified.
The spirit of home.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Some sort of
Radiant's middle
initiation
tower has
of the
been
Juggernaut,
denied.
though it didn't work out well. Very low
Radiant's
HP right now
bottom
at this
tower
point.
is under
If
attack.
they just could focus him. Her spirit rolled in with the magnetize, thought that he's going to pull out enough of damage, but we'll already see two main cores of Team Radiant went down. OD is also not going anywhere. This is going to be a lost middle tower and most probably middle racks. Trading out on an Earth Spirit. I mean, none of the OTs were pressed by any hero of Team Radiant. Except the
Dire's
Silence. Though
top
Silence
tower
was
is under
pressed
attack.
after Disruptor without notice. No ultimate slash right.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has
I would
fallen.
rather press GeeGee
Dire's top tower
than
has fallen.
talk to each other and plan out everything for the next game, because there is going to be a loser bracket. After this game, we're going to spectate Infinity
Radiant's top
Pros
tower
against
is under
DOV,
attack.
and then we'll jump into the matches of the winners and losers brackets. The Grox is playing it a bit scary. And this is there is absolutely no control that the Radiance team can pull out against it.
Would that I could kill you without.
The team composition just doesn't work well in the combination. I guess there's already a butterfly. Yeah, there's already a butterfly on Shadowfin. If they pick up the Aegis, I guess they will be able to finish the game right there. There's only 4-star Garian on the OD. Doesn't really save him from anything.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
Aegis for the Juggernaut. Let's see whether they'll be able to finish right here and right now. 22k gold difference on the 23rd minute. I mean, this is tremendous. At such early game, this huge dominance is unbeatable, I would say.
Radiant's top shrine is under
Also
attack.
getting rid of shrines. Already almost a big in the bucket of myself.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
Silencer trying to pull out everything on the Shadow, cancel his ultimate. That would be enough. See Juggernaut already killing, almost killing OD. He's still alive, but just for a few more seconds. 2 buybacks coming out.
Dire's
But they've
bottom
pressed,
tower is
they've
under
gave
attack.
everything that they had. They cannot do anything in the team fight. I don't see these buybacks working out in any way. Triple kill for Necrophos. And OD does not have a buyback, if I'm not mistaken. This is going to be
Dire's
finished
bottom
right here
tower
and right
is
now.
under
Aegis
attack.
is still on the Juggernaut, lost it. However, his teammates might be able to save him out of this situation.
Dire's
See
bottom
match
tower
damage
is
coming out
under
from
attack.
Terrorblade. But they're losing a lot of time. I mean, they've already lost 2 people. They've lost Aegis and they didn't take racks.
I will not forget this.
This might be an irrational loss of time and loss of Aegis as well. Because playing it over aggressive.
I shall repay you in kind.
You're still giving some chances, some hope to the opponent's team. However, 3 buybacks were pressed. Silencer, Elder Titan, and Terrorblade as well.
Regeneration.
Also surprised why
Radiant's
Shadowfin
bottom
went
shrine
for
is
Shadowblade
under attack.
instead of BKB.
I'll take that as tribute.
At this point of a time, there is not much of roaming for him to take.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
That is going to hit a 30k gold difference in 13 minutes.
Radiant's bottom shrine
That
is
would
under
be so much
attack.
show late.
Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
And
Dire's
he
middle
does.
tower is under
26
attack.
minutes on Silencer.
Coin of the realm.
That gives some hope. No. That's a bit too late into the game. Terrorblade needs another 5 minutes to get his Manta style at least. Otherwise he gives no any pressure in the team fight. Damage is also not there. Yeah, no, the fire is already taken out. But they're giving a lot of time. I mean, that's already at least 3 to 4 minutes that they gave to Terrorblade for his farm. I'm not sure, but are GeeGee trying to wait for the next wash and only make an attempt of getting into the high ground with the edges? But that's a pretty long time to wait. And the ultimate from Silencer is already knocked out. I guess that was a misclick, or he was very, very
Radiant's
nervous.
top tower is under attack.
That was not even the beginning of a fight.
Radiant's top tower
But now at
has
least they
fallen.
both out the ultimate of Silencer, and they have all the ways, all the cards to get into the high ground.
Thanks.
If Silencer just keeps pulling out his ultimate in the same way, Shadowfiend wouldn't even need the BKB. Also, there's a Glimmer Cape in this Disruptor. Must be, I've seen it previously. A few seconds ago. Nothing new in the items for the Radiant side. Still a lot of time to go for the Manta style.
Radiant's
I
bottom
just simply
tower
cannot
is under
understand why
attack.
why the Dire side is so afraid of getting into the high ground. They already have 30k difference gold lead. They're playing it over safely. Like, this is the way that Chinese teams used to play 2.5 years ago. They would constantly farm, wait for a few Russians, and only then get into the high ground. That might be very smart to make it as safe as you can, but it also makes it really boring to watch. No Chinese Dota in this region, please. And a BKB coming for Shadowfiend, I suppose. Yeah, finally with the BKB, I mean, he absolutely has no any threats.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
But they're still playing it very safe. They just took one rock and went out. This game was not supposed to get into the 30 minutes. Necrophos is trying to get any initiation. Check it out. So, his ultimate did not work well. I guess the Manta did it for Terrorblade. Not the Manta, but no illusions. And a very nice ultimate coming out of Disruptor. That's already a team wipe. And most probably they'll be able to finish it right here and right now. No buybacks left on the team of
Radiant's
Statix.
middle barracks has fallen.
Silencer, Elder Titan and Terrorblade, they just did their buybacks on the last round rage. Just killing out all the structures.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Fortification
Radiant's
saves them
bottom
for another
tower is
few
under
seconds, but I absolutely see no any outcomes
Radiant's bottom tower
positive
has
here
fallen.
for Statix. Let's wish
Radiant's
them a
bottom
best of
barracks
luck.
are under attack.
So Team Statix
Radiant's bottom
is
barracks
dropping
has
down
fallen.
to the losers bracket. And the next match that we'll see is going to be Infinity Pros against DOE.
Radiant's middle
I
tower
hope the
is under
difference in
attack.
equal to be at least less than teams try to perform on an equal level.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
They actually are going up. They can turn it around. Oh, Juggernaut is pretty
Dire's
far
top
from
tower
them.
is under attack.
He won't be able to join the
I'll
fight
take
right
that
now
as
in the middle.
tribute.
Disruptor is almost done. He does not make it to survive. Also died with his ultimate. Will we see any other trade-offs? Juggernaut finally joined the battle.
Dire's top tower is under
He
attack.
have enough damage to put the team on his own. Though stuff is also still
Dire's top tower
under
is under
is
attack.
ready to go.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
This must be the final rush into the enemy space. Just waiting for the Kriegs to get into
Radiant's
base.
middle tower is under attack.
Just not working well. 37k gold difference on the minute 13-3.
Radiant's middle
Very
tower
impressive,
is under
very
attack.
impressive performance from the GeeGee eSports.
Radiant's top barracks
Let's
has
see
fallen.
how
The
well
Dire
they go
now has mega
through the
kills.
winners bracket later on. Will we see a GeeGee pulled out by Statix finally?
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Well, that doesn't matter. It's just the last minutes of the agony.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Congratulations to the
Radiant's
GeeGee
middle
eSports
tower
getting
has
their first win of this day. Once again, the next match is going to be Infinity Rolls versus DOE. Most probably in 5-10 minutes more. We'll have a mini commercial break. Please stay with us. Also share the link with all your friends. Once again, if you're playing in any computer club, try to join the admins with the owners of the computer clubs. Try to form teams, and probably we'll see you getting into this tournament in the next season. Thanks for watching. We'll just be back in a very few minutes.
begins. The battle begins.
A first in high-end gaming. Introducing the new Alienware Area 51 Threadripper Edition. The machine with a 16-core and 32-thread CPU, ready to overclock. Our most powerful liquid cooling unit. Exceeds VR and 12K requirements. From the company that pioneered the gaming desktop comes the ultimate gaming machine.
Introducing Alienware's most powerful 13-inch gaming laptop ever. Featuring an optional touch OLED screen display and vibrant colors for more realistic gameplay. It's the first Alienware laptop of its size with a quad-core H-class CPU. Combined with the cooling benefits offered by the new hinge-forward design, this powerhouse is ready to take the heat. With improved rear door access, your machine can evolve with you, allowing for future upgradability to both RAM and hard drives, so you're never left behind. With the Alienware 13, you'll do more than push the envelope, you'll shred it. Introducing Alienware's most powerful 13-inch gaming laptop ever. Featuring an optional touch OLED screen display and vibrant colors for more realistic gameplay. It's the first Alienware laptop of its size with a quad-core H-class CPU. Combined with the cooling benefits offered by the new hinge-forward design, this powerhouse is ready to take the heat. With improved rear door access, your machine can evolve with you, allowing for future upgradability to both RAM and hard drives, so you're never left behind. With the Alienware 13, you'll do more than push the envelope, you'll shred it.
Engineered for victory, the Linksys WRT32X gaming router is exclusively built for gamers. With its killer prioritization engine, the WRT32X reduces peak ping by up to 77%. Auto syncs with killer-enabled PCs for unique functionality not found in other routers. Native pro-grade hardware ensures the router runs powerfully and reliably for endless hours of gameplay. And the custom-built firmware and interface are developed for an exceptional gaming experience. Built for gaming, designed to dominate. The Linksys WRT32X gaming router reduces peak ping by up to 77%. The Linksys WRT32X, designed to dominate.
A first in high-end gaming. Introducing the new Alienware Area 51 Threadripper Edition. The machine with a 16-core and 32-thread CPU, ready to overclock. Our most powerful liquid cooling unit exceeds VR and 12K requirements. From the company that pioneered the gaming desktop comes the ultimate gaming machine.
The Alienware 15 is the perfect balance of power and portability for gameplay far beyond the expected. It's been engineered with premium materials to deliver more performance than ever. With magnesium alloy for rigidity, copper for higher performance, and a new hinge-forward design that enables a variety of benefits, like better airflow and improved ventilation. Equipped with an Alienware Tactix keyboard with N-key rollover, featuring the latest NVIDIA 10 series graphics and 2,667 MHz DDR4 memory. With the latest and most powerful Intel Core processors and optional dynamic overclocking. Sporting an expansive LCD screen with 120 Hz G-Sync technology, this powerhouse of a machine enables incredibly smooth graphics to get you deeper in the game than ever before. The Alienware 15 offers an intensely immersive experience that doesn't just balance the scales, it tips them in your favor.
The battle begins.
Welcome back everyone, and we're here in the Battle of Cafés tournament going on in the United Arab Emirates, brought out by the Gamers Hub of the Middle East and sponsored by Tel Gaming, also co-sponsored by HyperX, AOC, Targus and Whoopi. And this is going to be the second round of today's games, Infinity Pros versus TOE team. So we already spectated the game of GeeGee eSports against Statix. Wasn't very even game. GeeGee had a tremendous lead of 30k goal difference on a minute of 28, if I'm not mistaken. Let's hope that this game would be at least more equal between the two sides. Already seeing Dusk picked up by the Dire's team, by the TOE, the Bone Squad would say. Let's see how it goes. Once again, if any one of you are playing in computer clubs and still are not participating in this tournament, try to cooperate with the admins of your computer clubs, with the owners, try to form some teams, practice all together, and join us in the next season of this tournament. This is how we create the hub, the gaming hub in the Middle East. This is how we create the Dota 2 community in the UAE. Also follow us on the Instagram, join our website, Facebook group, GHME, we're all over here for you. Please also let us know if everything is good with the sound and video quality in the Twitch chat. I'll try to be checking it out as frequent as I can do it. It was GeeGee eSports won Statix 1-0 for them, so GeeGee went further on in the weaker winners bracket, and then Statix fell down. And let's see who joins GeeGee in the next round. Infinity Pros or TOE team. Let's wish the best luck for them.
5 seconds
and
remaining.
let's hope for some beautiful
Radiant
Dota here.
team back.
Oh, Nix Assassin Trilogy, picked by Infinity Pros. We've already seen an
Dire
output
team
of
back.
our didn't play well for Statix simply because they didn't have that early pressure. Though in a combination with Nix Assassin that could be better, and Tusk and Jakiro, a nice supports pickup by the TOE, isn't it?
10 seconds
TOE.
remaining. Radiant team back.
And Void, not really surprised of the Slark ban here, but maybe there are some inside information
Dire
between the
team
teams.
back.
Maybe they know specific players that play well on them. And I also tend to see very often ban of Sniper coming out.
Radiant
Maybe that's
team
the effect
pick.
of the new patch notes. Haven't skimmed through them yet. And a Terrorblade banned out. Also seen Terrorblade in the last game, also for Statix. Did not play well as well. Please share the Twitch link with all of your friends
10 seconds
and tell
remaining.
them to participate and cooperate between the computer clubs,
5
because the computer
seconds
club
remaining.
support is definitely what we need right now to settle a proper gaming scene in this region. This is how it was built and structured in all the other regions.
Dire team
As I
pick.
gave an example previously, the famous DNC team is also came out of a computer club. If you know much about the Starladder Navy team, they also came out of a big computer club in Kiev, in Ukraine. So computer clubs are definitely important, and it's lovely that we
10
see them
seconds
joining
remaining.
into this tournament.
5 seconds
We
remaining.
have 16 teams and 80 players in this tournament, and this is only the second round. The previous one was in Ala, and this one is in Abu Dhabi. GeeGee Cafe, who hosted us with a nice setup. Big thanks to them. The next round is going to be in Ajman in WoW Computer Club, if I'm not mistaken. Join us there as well. And a Witch Doctor picked up by the Infinity Pros. And the TOE thinking
Radiant
carefully
team
about their
pick.
next pickup.
Brewmaster!
Brewmaster. Well, that seems a pretty good early transmitting into the mid game for the TOE. Assuming both Jakiro and Brewmaster, they might be falling
10
behind in
seconds
the
remaining.
late game. But let's see whether the next pickups would change the
5
situation for
seconds
them.
remaining.
Also, the most often ban right now from all of teams
Dire team
participating in this tournament is Omnidates. I believe all the teams are very much afraid of the laundry, not very frequent pickup that we would see from the teams here. Requires just a higher personal level of skill.
10 seconds
And he
remaining.
needs a lot of space creation, let's agree to that. So it's gonna
5
be a very
seconds
big
remaining.
burden on the shoulders of Nyx Assassin and Witch Doctor.
Radiant team back.
Fiend also not really surprised. This last game we've seen a pretty good performance from Shadow Fiend. Just demolishing the mid lane. However, it's basically this same mid lane that we had in the last game. It was Output
10
Tower
seconds
against the Shadow
remaining.
Fiend. Did not work well for Output Tower.
Dire
That
team
was simply
back.
because of the bad rotation of his teammate supports. Let's cheer for Nyx Assassin and Witch Doctor doing it better in this game.
Dire team
And we
pick.
still need a hard carry for the DOE team. And really a lot of options are still open for them. Also surprised at the Luna
10
ban.
seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Let's cheer up. Please also let me know in the Twitch chat whether everything is good with the video quality and the sound. And if the background noise in the computer club does not really interrupt much. Thinking carefully about their last pick as a hard carry position. Razor. Well, at this point of a time, the mid game is very strong for the TOE. I mean, if they manage to get the game in their hands before Lone Druid gets his
10
items,
seconds
that would
remaining.
be a very fast rolling snowball for them. That's why
5
the Infinity
seconds
team
remaining.
will have to play it very carefully at the beginning. Also still in depths where the Nyx Assassin is going to go for the half lane. Seems not, and
Choose
it's a
your hero.
Dragon Knight. Well, that's going to be a very surprising pick, I suppose. And it's going to be very interesting how they set their lines. I suppose they realized that the OD setup against Shadow Fiend would not really play well for them in the mid lane. That's why the DK Dragon Knight pick was important for them. Let's wish the best luck for both of teams. I hope you enjoy the stream. Once again, it is the Battle of the Qualifiers tournament in United Arab Emirates, brought out by the Gamers Hub of the Middle East, sponsored by the Dell Gaming, HyperX, IOC, Targos, and Whoopi. And we're hosted today by the GeeGee Computer Club in Abu Dhabi. Big thanks for them on that. Few seconds into the game. It's really
Prepare for battle.
depends a lot right now on how much the pressure they would be able to pull out on the Lone Druid. Last game we've seen an instant smoke out both by one of the teams. Let's see how aggressively they play the early games right now. If we can pull out the game stats for the last hits and denies as well. Thank you. Very calm beginning, very calm start from both sides. Yeah, and that is
30 seconds to battle.
yeah, that's basically how I said at the beginning, that they were pretty much afraid, I suppose, of the OD standing against the SF. especially in the early comings. That's why they needed that swap. And they're pulling out a triple lane on the hard side. Well, that's going to be interesting to look at. But I'm not sure how
The battle begins.
Outworld will be able to stand against the Qualifiers. You see already that he has some uses at the beginning. Tried to steal out the bounty moon. Actually, he managed to do that. Well done, well done.
Got it.
There's already ganking at 10 on the first level, from which Doctor just tries to pull out some harass on the Shadow Fiend at the early stages of the game. Most probably will even stay here for a bit of time. Oh, and we finally see Nyx rotating downside, realizing that Outworld 2 Hour won't have really much chances. And I hope everything goes well with the internet. Still saying Witch Doctor will stay for some time on the middle lane. But I'm not sure whether Dragon Knight really needs this assistance. I mean, you could looking good on the first minutes. Some equal standing on the bottom lane. With the coming of Tusk, they would try to get at least Nyx Assassin in their hands, and we see Nyx Assassin not going out of these issues. Will he able just to crawl through the jungles? That was very close, and Jakiro just did not guess correctly the destination, the direction that Nyx went.
You must learn.
And we see that Brewmaster is very safe and good for the against the lone druid. But that is going to change in the next short period of time. No any early aggression. Both teams are pretty much scared, I would say, because this is the first time they meet each other.
Invisibility.
Still not familiar with the playing styles. Some harassments from both sides. But just note that Dusk is not here, and this could be the end point for which Doctor is not going to go alive from this fight. Tusk tries to save Razor, but is that going to be enough? Pretty much saving abilities. Quite hit it. A 1-1 trade-off. Both carries, and Outworld to War just also got down, and so much action instantly just popped out on this bottom lane. So one trade, but really not playing to anyone's favor. Both teams are instantly back to their lines, and this loading continues. Very calm and safe on the mid lane, and as I told, Dragon Knight really didn't need Doctor in these first minutes. I'm sorry, Jakiro is already down, so fair trade-off. 2 kills for 2 on this bottom lane. And we see a bit of pressure on the top lane coming out of Lone Druid. Gonna be a tough lane. Dragon Knight already getting into the lead with last hits 20-12 in a comparison to the Shadow Fiend. So, these contestants would like to see at least a single rotation for Tusk to the mid lane, which changes the situation for his Shadow Fiend. But now these standings on the bottom lane are so dense and so tough. Actually, the reason attempt, Nyx Assassin just came to the middle lane. Just not in the correct timing. Shadow Fiend tries to push this lane further on. Might be a mistake, though there's not going to be too much, I suppose. Just the damage is not yet there from Dragon Knight. There is some pressure, however, nothing more than that. Assassin is once again here. I guess Shadow Fiend did not expect this to happen, and that might be a kill in the mid lane. Well done. And just as I've said a few minutes ago, if Dusk has made this, that would help out his mid laner. However, they still stick into the bottom lane. Being able to grab down Witch Doctor, however, that's not really much in a comparison to the death of their mid laner, who was already behind in the minions. But now we'll feel even more pressure. Some people in comms in the top lane cannot really do much against each other.
Got it.
Might be a gang.
Double
Dice side, so both Jakira and Tusk are trying to set the trap for the Dragon Knight. And Dusk was, but Dusk was very far, and then Witch Doctor just noticed it. Just bringing an end to this attempt. Great standings in the top lane. Now the game came to its calm period, because both teams need a bit of fun. However, I would like just to see more rotations of Jakira and Tusk. They had a very good chance of striking in the lane, and that's what they are doing right now. Tusk finally realized that he could do some stuff and help out his laner to manage to kill Dragon Knight. Possibly could dramatically change the situation in the top lane, because Dragon Knight is falling back with the experience. Seth already hitting level 6, and that's also because of the Witch Doctor who stand for some time. Nice snowball, getting into the lone tree, and that might be enough to get him down. Fear doesn't save him, and a nice tornado cancelling a teleport. Gonna be. That is how Tusk changes the game instantly. I mean, the early mid game is the time where his hero is extremely useful in such gankings. He just made a kill and assisted the mid lane, already on peak in the top lane. Razor is surviving with the last tick. Be able to do that. Sticks do not help him out.
I'll take that.
Fair and equal start. 4-5 right now. No any team getting a strong lead.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tusk is once again in the mid lane, trying to set up a trap from Dragon Knight. Were there any wards? Not really. And that might be enough damage from coming out from the start of mid 1.
Middle is amazing.
It makes it. I mean, just 3 coils, and that's already almost more than half the village of Dragon Knight. And Dusk is doing so much input right now on this map. His team was falling behind for the first 3 minutes, but then he just few rotations, 3 ganks in a row, successful ganks in a row, turned it out, turned it back. Also, our World Hour is actually not doing that bad as I expected it to be on the solo lane.
Drinks are on you!
Just cannot understand why the only goes for.
No!
Let's go for all teams. We'll try to fix it in the next game. just cannot understand why we only have the vision from one side.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
However, I
attack.
hope that does not affect it very much.
Bottoms up.
And Brewmaster already spent his ultimate. Feels a lot of harassments coming out from the home trade. And Shadow Fiend probably trying to make it to the top lane. But if Tusk makes it right now,
Is a great conductor.
Dragon Knight is once again in some danger. Grabs an illusion. Would that be enough? Also Nyx Assassin trying to help out his mid laner, and that might be enough to get down Shadow Fiend over on the low HPs. He manages to get out of the fight, and a very nice turnaround. Tusk finally getting into the fight. Trying to check also here, and that might be 2 heroes down. Well played by the Dire side. Out Manis. Still a very good conditions for Tusk. Almost grabs the entire beginning of the game piece on the shoulders. Also Laundry feels that something goes wrong. The Brewmaster plays very much aggressively on his low HP. And Nyx Assassin, will that be enough to save his solo laner? Does not work so. 9-4. A very nice early aggression. Very successful start.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's very interesting how the TOE team were almost too late to get a tech loose and just drop out to the loser's bracket. How that would be sad for them. But it turns out it was worth waiting for them. And so far, the start of the game is pretty interesting to watch. I hope everything is good with the picture. Dragon Knight is once again trapped. Tusk is just doing so much. DK is still managing to make it equal in stats, but goes with a score of 1-3 already. Just 12 minutes in the game.
Double damage.
Feels so much pressure, and I didn't really see much resistance from Nyx Assassin Starter in the middle lane, at least in the counter gang. And Tusk finds a perfect spot to him. Nyx Assassin really isn't able to change anything here. Instantly two teleports in the mid lane. Checker already here because he's here. They have placed it a bit better.
Dire's bottom tower is
The
under
enemy
attack.
team. But the lone tree does not really do much here. Okay, he manages to get down Tusk, but I guess Witch Doctor was enough. I mean,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
requires a lot of items. He needs the early work, and these rotations throughout the map do not play well. That did not change anything for them. It's already 1-3.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Dire team are very happy with this scenario, already leading 3k gold on the 13th minute. And we saw a pretty equal standing at the beginning, but then this rotations done by Tusk and GeeGee all together just changed the whole scenario.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, we're trying
Radiant's top tower is fallen.
to side to both teams. I just don't see what's happening.
Rival split bottom.
But they got in the top lane, but Brewmaster is able to survive it easily through.
I'll take it.
Now he even has a very decent lead in minions, 66 in comparison to 45 on the and that's simply because of the rotation in the mid lane that I mean, at this point in time, make any difference in that guy. That's already Witch Doctor down at the bottom. And all it will do, will just do not make enough damage at this point from his own team. And just
Radiant
in the fight.
structures are fortified.
But that's a very strong domination right now.
Radiant's bottom
That
tower
team
is under
comes out.
attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Now they really have to grab it out, and they need the vision in their own forest, which is obviously not enough at this point of the time. Brewmaster already has a dagger, ready to initiate fights once they try pushing the lanes. Next assassin finds. They have found a nice pick out for him right now, but the neutral creeps managed to get Jakira down. Multiple time on the map. Another gun coming out of Tuscan, already level 8. Not even going down dramatically in a hell of a damage coming out of Jakira right now. Even Dragon Knight is pretty bad here at this stage of the game. Can actually survive it. It was an attempt to get down at least the enemy somewhere, but Laundry once again rotates to the middle lane, and I'm not sure what he tries to find here. They might turn that fight for Tusk. He manages to escape it on a very low HP. I mean, he just drives the whole enemy team all around the map, and that's just well played by him. And I really have big questions for the lone druid, who keeps rotating to the mid lane, trying to help in the counter ganks, not focusing on the farm, already falling back, falling behind in his net foot heavily, even in comparison to the Brewmaster. 7,000 gold difference when he deletes. Something similar that we've seen in the previous map, where there was heavy domination by the GeeGee team in the early game. Let's hope that it just not goes as easy as it was.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Casks did not hit anyone really. Now we see that their team are trying to set up another gank on the mid lane with the possibility to hitting the tier 1 tower. So, can we reduce the game sound by a bit?
Invisibility.
Yeah, that's enough. That's more than enough. Thank you. Shadow Fiend pops up his ultimate, hits only Witch Doctor, but it might be enough for this situation. An easy trade-off. And the Dragon Knight is just in a very bad position right now. He's at the backside of the enemy team, but on a very low HP. If Razor makes it up to steal much of his damage, might be enough to get it aced. Outworld Devour is not going anywhere. Few hits were left to get down Outworld Devour. Sorry, Lone Druid. Also, Dragon Knight finally managed to get out of the fight. But it's still a trade-off 3-0, which the Dire team is very much happy with. They finally get down
Radiant's
this
middle tower is
one
under
tower
attack.
in the mid, and will have even stronger control over the map.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I'm not really sure why with this falling behind of
Radiant's
gold,
middle tower
the
is
Radiant
under
team
attack.
is still trying to face this fight,
Radiant structures
not
are
trying to
fortified.
split up the farm, split up the push, try to evade the fightings as much as it is possible. Instead, they're just jumping into the fights, trying to make any profit out of them, but it's still not possible to us at this moment of time. They don't have enough damage, they don't have enough control right now Tusk might be too far from his teammates. Nice pick off. However, they just disengage. Get new items. Hurricane Pike is already on Shadow Fiend. Let's see whether he'll be going directly into the BKB as his next item.
I was meant to have this.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Try to pull out a smoke gank into the enemy jungle. They find Brewmaster, however he's able to get his Blink Dagger right before the hit comes and the Razor is dead. Successful counter gank. At least they finally started to group up and try to find these picks off in the enemy's jungle. Let's see whether that gives enough pressure that they need on the map right now. Now it's interesting whether their team would be able to set up a Russian or they would just be continuing pushing the lanes. I mean, they have the ability to do so right now.
Dire's bottom tower
But
is under
still,
attack.
I have some big doubts about Lone Tweed. He still walks with his team and smokes, trying to find the pick on any opponent in their jungle, instead of just continuing farming the whole time while his jungle is very safe. And they do know that the enemy team is not there, and they do know that they have some control over the map at this specific period of time. But the farm isn't there. They have the conditions.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
We'll see a rotation to the mid lane. Shadow Fiend finds some foils on Dragon Knight, but Brewmaster pops out his ulti right in time just before dying. And this might be a very good turnaround. The Radiants are trying to disengage. Lone Tweed is left behind. 1-1 trade off almost. Tusk is also down. Nice ice path by Jakiro, holding 2 heroes in it. And this might be enough damage to bring down Outfall Tower. However, we see that Lone Tweed was not focused at all, and he was able to pull out some damage. It's already a nice trade-off. If Dragon Knight makes it on staying alive, might be not enough. Shadow Blade is in cooldown. Another blink from Brewmaster would be right in time. However, a teleport from Witch Doctor just make it to save the life of Dragon Knight, and it was a really nice turnaround. Brewmaster also with a finished ulti cannot do much in here, and it's a nice trade-off. They didn't lose anyone except Witch Doctor and Nyx Assassin in this fight, and managed to pull out
Radiant's middle tower has been
-4
denied.
if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, -4, and with a 2,500 gold difference coming out of this fight. Nice turnover, nice fight. But basically, I'm just surprised that Tusk could not find his target on Lone Tweed. It was a pretty much disorganized fight.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Nice evasion. However, Nyx Assassin is most probably going to pay for this gun with his life. Still needs a +1 in such ganks. For example, with the Witch Doctor, just
Dire's
pulling out
middle
his
tower
ulti might
is
be
under
enough for a
attack.
kill. Not yet enough damage on his own.
Dire's bottom tower has been denied. Dire are scanning.
Shadow Fiend goes into Saint.
Dire's middle tower has
Firstly,
been denied.
I would rather prefer to see a BKB here, I guess, because there is much of control at the enemy team. Almost every single hero
Radiant's
has a
top
disabling
tower
skill.
is under attack.
And the 5,000 gold lead does not look that solid as it was, for example, 5 or 6 minutes ago when they were dominating and hitting the enemy team at the middle very easily.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Razor might not have enough damage to kill Dragon Knight before his teleport. With a man lead, they need to wait for Witch Doctor to spawn back. His both control and damage in teamfight are pretty crucial for them in this moment. Brewmaster pulled out his ultimate, and I'm not sure whether that split was
Radiant
needed at this period of time. Would have saved it for deeper team fight. And we see that the Dire team is just disengaging. They were trying to siege the tier 3 tower, did not work well for them. Might even lose Jakiro. Now they're trying to change their strategy on a split push.
Radiant's bot.
Or I'm also not sure whether that's going to be efficient for them at this period of time. It just seems that they cannot find the key targets. They're splitting their damage
top tower is under attack.
all between the Dragon Knights, Outworld Devourer, and the Lone Trade. Or that's not enough to bring any of them to a final end.
Dire's top tower is fallen.
Finally get it into the Rampage. Dragon Knight poked out his BKB pretty late, almost when he was almost dead.
Dire's top
50
tower
seconds
is
of a
under
chance to
attack.
bring this tier 3 tower at least to a lower bunch of HP. And now I believe that they're very much sad that Jakiro is not with them and cannot harass constantly with the liquid fire. "26 minutes into the game, and pretty happy that the Statix team made it a mini combo. Let's say the previous fight was very well done by them. I also believe that the Dire team now needs to set up a proper Roshan, because without an Aegis on the Shadow Fiend, it's pretty frightening for them.
Regeneration.
Radiant are scanning.
Sloan 3 having a 0. Oh no. Where are the 0-6 statistics? Sloan 3 finds the enemies in their jungle. Big block, spare, 300 gold. Wasn't the best use of his bear. But at least he started to farm. I mean, he stopped chasing his own teammates, constantly trying to find these pickles in the enemy jungle, and uses his time more efficiently. Yeah, and that's what I said a couple of minutes ago, that the Dire team need this Roshan before they try to push onto the enemy's base and get the Dire 3 towers. It would also be interesting what they give the Aegis to. It might be even a better idea to leave it for the Dragon Knight, because he constantly can harass the towers. Oh, sorry, to Razor, I mean, because he sustains the fight better.
Dire are scanning. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Was necessary just to kill the next assassin, but that was a pretty bad
Roshan
scan.
has fallen to the Dire.
It was not in time, and his teammates were pretty far. Anyways, they could not be able to join the fight. And this is the problem, because the Radiants stopped their aggression. They stopped to try finding this picks up in the enemy jungle, and that was the time where they could have turned out the fight. Shadow Fiend was in a very bad position, where focused pretty heavily, but his ultimate just instantly kills Lone Trade, already -2. Witch Doctor is also down, not even popping out his death ward. And a nice ice walk from Jakiro, blocking 2 heroes of the Radiance team. Outworld Devourer is also down, that's already 3 for none. And the GOE are just too happy to get this tower. Also, most probably will be able to get the racks. I don't see any chances for the Dragon Knight to survive this. Also, there is a vision for the next assassin, and that's going to be a full team wipe with a non-man lost on the side of the TOE team. Brilliantly played. Even though the fight began very badly for them with a strong focus on the Shadow Fiend, however, he was enough for him to survive. And unfortunately, Aegis is still with Shadow Fiend. He did not even lose the Aegis.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
But the Radiant team dying with their ultimates on them. Already lost 2 sides, and instantly from a 7,000 gold lead, it jumps up to 20k, which is tremendous in the 30th minute. And they are playing it greedy. They are trying to get the 3rd tower here and make the mega creeps, but I would rather suggest to disengage, buy the new items, and come back with still having the Aegis on the Shadow Fiend. Not playing it over aggressively.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
Finally a BKB on Razor. And if Shadow Fiend picks up, and Shadow Fiend already grabs his BKB as well, and this is everything that they needed to successfully get into the ramp.
Has fallen.
And there are very low chances for the Radiant team to survive the next team fight. Still, they needed their time to farm it out. They needed to split as much as it was possible for them. Lundry wasn't supposed to join his teammates at all, but he just didn't find the space. Might be a final push coming from the TOE team. They have all the resources, the Aegis is still up, they have all of their BKBs that are needed. Witch Doctor might once again be dead instantly at the beginning of time, not giving any input, any control or any damage from his death ward. And finally the Lundry realized that he cannot do anything in this team fight. Continues to split, but that's just too late into the game. The mega creeps are already there on the 32nd minute, and the Radiants don't have the resources to fight the Radiant creeps at this minute. Might be very ultimate, but Shadow Fiend bringing down both Lone Train and Outworld Devour. We may see a GeeGee coming out of the enemy's team at this minute. Took them faster than the previous game. Though very strong dominance shown on one side of this game. And I'm pretty eager to see how the TOE team will be able to sustain the same level of performance against the GeeGee team. It's just last minutes of agony.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
But if there's any MVP award in this tournament, or if anything would be brought up, then Tusk really deserved it. I mean, the whole rotation and ganks that he provided, both in the mid lane and the top lane at the beginning of the game. First 15 minutes, he carried out his team on his own shoulders. Good game, well played. Let's hope that the next games, both in the winner and losers bracket, would be pretty good. And the TOE team meets GeeGee eSports in the winners bracket, and Statix fall down, Infinity Pros fall down to Statix. We will be back in a few minutes, 10 or 15 minutes pause. Stay with us, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much.
The battle begins.
Introducing Alienware's most powerful 13-inch gaming laptop ever. Featuring an optional touch OLED screen display and vibrant colors for more realistic gameplay. It's the first Alienware laptop of its size with a quad-core H-class CPU. Combined with the cooling benefits offered by the new hinge-forward design, this powerhouse is ready to take the heat. With improved rear door access, your machine can evolve with you, allowing for future upgradability to both RAM and hard drives, so you're never left behind. With the Alienware 13, you'll do more than push the envelope, you'll shred it.
A first in high-end gaming. Introducing the new Alienware Area 51 Threadripper Edition. The machine with a 16-core and 32-thread CPU, ready to overclock. Our most powerful liquid cooling unit. Exceeds VR and 12K requirements. From the company that pioneered the gaming desktop comes the ultimate gaming machine.
Exclusively built for gamers, the Linksys WRT32X gaming router reduces peak ping by up to 77%. The Linksys WRT32X, designed to dominate. Engineered for victory. The Linksys WRT32X gaming router is exclusively built for gamers. With its killer prioritization engine, the WRT32X reduces peak ping by up to 77%. Auto syncs with killer-enabled PCs for unique functionality not found in other routers. Native pro-grade hardware ensures the router runs powerfully and reliably for endless hours of gameplay. And the custom-built firmware and interface are developed for an exceptional gaming experience. Built for gaming, designed to dominate.